the ramp coming away from Peck. Looks like the two middle lanes have been kind of washed out for the moment. Eastbound 60 at Crossroads Parkway, just around the corner on the Pomona Freeway. The two right lanes there are out of commission. We've got a pretty serious wreck there. And also some teams of road workers are out tonight. Caltrans crews are earning their paychecks right now on the 5 northbound at the 10 westbound. That connector's closed. And also just now getting shut down is the 60 freeway westbound as you transition to the 10 freeway westbound through downtown. KFI is the talk station that does all the traffic. I'm Karen Johnson in the KFI Traffic Center.
We talk, you listen.
You don't have to carry my name in vein or arteries. All you have to do is to tell them that you are friends and you expect they're respecting your wishes in this regard.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.
Here at KFI, AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. You found Mr. KFI, the sterile needle in the arm of the KFI junkie, hosting the show that is everything you ever wanted in a talk show and less. Hey, let's get back to your phone calls on the Back to Basics radio show, and we'll begin back with you, actually.
Hello.
The insurance man.
The insurance man.
All right, tell me what you were going to tell me about your advice to the guy who called who was in an accident.
Well, the only thing really that I could make any sense of is something about filing a claim and statute of limitations and all that stuff. And it may be 2 years in other states, but the point of the matter is there's already been a claim filed, and it's been a claim against him from the other party's insurance company.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so It's got nothing to do with statute of limitations.
That's a great point.
So what they can do to this young man is they can take him to small claims court, they can garnish wages, they can screw up his credit record pretty good because, yes, it will come up as a lien on a credit or a judgment or not a judgment. Well, yes, that's right. A small claims court judgment will show up on a TRW, I understand.
Uh-huh.
That's one bad thing. The other thing is a collection agency will report a derogatory.
Right, it'll go on his driving record.
No, not so. That wouldn't matter. The DMV,
really?
Yeah, the DMV wouldn't care.
So if you got into a bunch of
accident, I'm sorry, the accident will go to him as a chargeable accident.
Right.
Yes, I misunderstood you.
Right.
But not because he didn't pay anything.
Right.
The fact that he was uninsured at the time, they could suspend his license. Whether he drives or not, because when you get behind a wheel, you're...
All right, so if this were your son, what would your 20-year-old son who's just out of the military, what would your advice to him be?
I'd be real upset.
Well, especially because you could have gotten him a good deal on the auto insurance.
Well, I just say, hey, son, you got to face the music, pal.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going to bail you out on this one. You know better, That's what I would say. But, I mean, I don't know, 10 grand's a lot of money. They'll probably never see it. But
right.
I know my company pursues people without insurance. They try and get the money back. They either, it's like any other collection venture. There's just how much bad debt is hanging around out there. So,
right.
I mean, they'll probably never see it. And true, he could probably could hide, but I mean, it's going to take a long time. He's going to screw himself up if he does, and he's a young guy, and he shouldn't do that. But,
right, I'm with you on this.
Yeah, I think
good advice.
Fine, settled. But anyway, I'm going back to school myself. I think I've had enough of the insurance business.
I can see it's all that talk about shifting liability. It's put you over the edge, didn't it?
Yeah, I want to do something a little less predatory.
I understand. Thanks for your call.
Okay.
There's a good one. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hi, you're on, Mr. KFI.
Hello.
Welcome, another Mr. KFI Vixen tonight.
Thank you, Mr. KFI.
Thank you, ma'am.
I really appreciate the fact that you changed it from Hussy to Vixen.
Well, there you go. A vote on my side.
Of course.
Apparently, of late, the vast majority of people who take issue with being called Vixen or Hussy like the idea of going back to the word Hussy. It's funny. If people are afraid to change, then once you change them, then they I kind of long for the old days.
Well, I appreciate the fact you changed it.
Okay.
Okay, but the reason I'm calling you is that you had a previous caller stating that single mothers get their education paid in full.
Yes.
I'd really like to know where I could do that.
Well, it's most people who believe that everyone else is getting stuff but them believe things like, welfare mothers get they get everything paid for. The government just does everything for you. When you go on welfare, then you get everything for free. You get your car paid for, you You get to live in, beautiful houses in Bel Air and stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I beg to disagree with that.
Are you on welfare?
Yes, I am,
Are
and
you
I work.
are you a black crack mother?
Oh, no.
Oh, because I thought all people on welfare were black crack mothers.
No, I'm a single white mother.
Is that right?
Yes, and I have 4 children.
Well, who
And
would?
I work also besides being on welfare.
Wait a minute. I thought it was lazy, fat, black crack mothers that were on welfare. Not true, huh?
No, not true.
Oh, wow. You've shattered so many myths tonight. All right, so, and my guess is you've probably never held a job in your life.
Oh, that's incorrect also.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
you're not a black, fat, crack, black, never worked in your life mother.
This is incorrect.
Wow.
Yes, I believe they have it mixed up. I work and I receive welfare. I don't make enough to get off of welfare, although I would prefer to get off of it.
I think very few people enjoy being on welfare.
Oh, no.
That's another myth.
Yes, it is not. And another point, I want to make is that the woman stating that everyone in the entertainment industry was Jewish,
Yes.
irregardless of their religious beliefs, it takes a lot of hard work to get there. And these people that did that are very strong people to go in there and get rejected, but still keep going back for more.
Well, the truth is that in decades past, in fact, we were kind of getting into this with Milton Berle, who is Jewish, and who actually tried to keep that as quiet as he could because there's a great deal of anti-Semitism in Hollywood. The converse of what people think. People think if you're Jewish, that means doors get opened for you. Ask someone like Milton Berle if being Jewish meant that doors got opened for him or doors got slammed in his face. And as talented and funny and as a great an entertainer as Milton Berle is, he'll tell you that a lot of doors got slammed in his face.
Well, like I said, irregardless of the religious belief, it's their strong upbringing to make them keep fighting and going back for more, that make them great, irregardless of their religious belief.
Well, again, I mean, there's lots of talentless Jewish people and the people that didn't work hard and haven't made it. So,
exactly, and there's lots of talentless Christian people, too.
There you go. All right, thank you for the call, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr.
I appreciate it.
KFI.
Thanks
Love
for the
listening
honesty.
to you.
Oh,
Keep it up.
Thanks.
Have a nice evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, you're on Mr. KFI, distant and docile line 2. Yellow.
Hello?
Yes, another Mr. KFI Vixen tonight.
Hi, Mr. KFI. I have
Welcome.
a question for you, but
Yeah.
I feel compelled to correct you on something
You
first.
do. All right.
The guy that called about cloning,
Yes.
cells are cloned in the lab and tissue culture all the time.
Yes,
it's called
but-
a cell line.
But a actual live entity has never been cloned.
Right. He said cells, though. And also human insulin is that comes from cloning.
Okay.
So I thought you might...
But I'm actually talking about, like, he asked me, has a fish or a human or a bird or a cat ever been cloned? And the answer is no.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. My question is,
Yes.
what makes clumping kitty litter clump?
Kitty litter is made from, there's a kind of stone that's very absorbent. And the clumping kind is just, it's just very fine granulated form of that stone. There's a name for it, and I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
So that's what it is. It's just,
All right.
it's just an absorbent, and it clumps because it's, it grabs onto the nearest thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Are you a scientist?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for
you.
the call. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And it's 10:46 here at KFI. AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. You got Mr. KFI with you till midnight. Taking your phone calls. We'll get back to more of them after we check traffic. And Karen Johnson is standing by in the KFI Traffic Center to give you the latest.
Thanks a lot, Mr. KFI. Unfortunately, I have to pass along to you. We've got a pretty serious problem on the 405 freeway southbound just before the 118. Looks like a cop car was involved in this. It overturned, and the officer was ejected, thrown out of the car. Looks like he wasn't hurt, though. He wanted to call and let his family know he's all right. Looks like now that we've got the 4 left lanes blocked on the south 4 cop. Looks like...